Okay, hello, good morning. I am a little bit late. This episode premiered a couple of days ago. Well, not premiered, but I guess premiered. Whatever. They played it a while ago, not a long time ago, but it has been a couple of days. So anyway, I actually recently only watched it. So I am here to do a review about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Uh, Season 10, episode 7. I think I might have skipped a single episode. I reviewed one before. I gave a summary and I believe I skipped one of them, but I don't want to go back because it's just that was a long time ago. It was really a while back. I watched the 2 episodes recently back to back, the ones I missed. So I'm just going to talk about the most recent one. So, okay, if you're expecting any videos from the show or whatever, please, this is not the video for you. I will not put any footage from the actual show just to avoid copyright infringement. Um, and this is just a summary of me talking to you about what I have seen on the show, that episode. So what I saw was, basically, let's get to the episode. It started off with Cynthia. Now, Cynthia was going on a date with Candy and, what's his name? Candy and her husband, Todd. And Cynthia had that guy, Will, with her. Will being this guy, Will Jones, right here. And we could see Cynthia standing right next to Will. And here's a couple of photos. Now, this is not Will. This is Will. This is him, and here's him and Cynthia looking all smiley and stuff. Here they are again, here they are again. They look very cute together, I'm not gonna lie. But here's the thing. Will was there being grilled by Candy on the boat, because they went on this boat date kind of thing. So he was being grilled by Candy on the boat. She was like, well, what are your intentions? Are you a gold digger? Do you just want to be famous? You've been on this show. Apparently he's been on dating shows before. Okay, he's tried out for another one and he didn't make the cut or something like that. Or, he said that they asked him to go on the dating show, but he refused. I'm not exactly sure if those claims are real. Dating shows seek out random people online and tell them to join them. Like, unless you're notorious for trying out for dating shows and they're like, hey, give us the list of the people who are so desperate to get on these shows, we'll just call them back and see if they want to come on, because they will most likely want to come on, as opposed to somebody new that we're going to have to ask all over again and, investigate. You got all this guy's information. He's been tried out for so many shows. He really wants to get on. Let's call him. Because he said they called him to be on. I mean, you're not a celebrity. You're nobody famous. Nobody knows who you are. So it's kind of weird that the dating show would call you to get on. So I assume it's because he is notorious for wanting to go on dating shows on TV, which really, kind of reminds me of Pumpkin from Flavor of Love. I don't know if you remember her. She went on so many dating shows, like 7 of them before she got to Flav. And it was clear it was just a TV thing. You know what I mean? It was an attempt for television to just be seen and just be out there, so I can get an opportunity for fame. Or I think this is what this man's intentions are, because he just seems too charming and fakely charming. When somebody's just not being their real self, yeah, you know what I'm saying, yeah, I got it like that. And yeah, he's just trying to be slick and cool, and it's just so fake. There's no authenticity. And you know what? Cynthia is a beautiful woman. This woman is in her 50s. For crying out loud. She looks absolutely stunning. And Cynthia, the problem with a lot of women, it's a recurring theme. They have this desperateness to settle down, get married, and be with a guy, that it becomes so sad to the point where they're just kind of picking anybody. I don't know why they have this need. She has a beautiful house. She's successful. She has a wonderful modeling agency. She has a beautiful daughter. Her ex-husband is a wonderful man who's not fighting her. He's not combating her in any form of way. He's very supportive. They still work together. You have all these benefits, Cynthia. You don't need these fake-ass people. I really think Will is a fake-ass person. I really do. This is the feeling that I got. His charm is fake. A lot of women fall for fake charms, especially when they're really desperate to get into a relationship and just fit into society. Hey, I have a husband. I'm married. I'm living in this house with my husband. I'm a wife. It's just they want to be wifed up so bad they don't care who who is wifing them. And I think this is it. He comes in, oh yeah, rah, 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 talking slick and charming that she overlooks everything else. Candy, on the other hand, was giving him the, okay, I'm not sure I'm feeling this kind of attitude, and I totally got where she was coming from. You know what I mean? She said Todd got the same treatment because, Candy is freaking Candy, everybody knows Candy, she wrote the TLC song No Scrump. Like, she's one of those girls that are really, wealthy. She's got it going on. She was in a girl band that was, so hot back in the day. Like, Candy's wealthy, Todd is not so much. So everybody was like, hey, are you a gold digger? What's up with you? What are you doing? And it looks like Todd is innocent. You know what I mean? It looks like Todd is innocent. Todd was just a producer. Didn't try out for any TV shows to be a celebrity or put his face out there or go on a dating show. Todd was just some, producer on the show. He liked Candy. He was like, what's up, girl? And, they wind up getting married and they have a baby now. So congratulations and good for them. They look very happy together. But Cynthia, you know what, Cynthia? I don't know, girl. I don't know about this guy. He just seems like one of the men that Kenya would hire to pretend to be her husband. He just even looks like a lot of Kenya's guys. Like, I don't know. You're too beautiful. You're too accomplished. You're too intelligent. Girl, you don't need this. You really don't. You can score so much higher. I don't understand why women don't reach for the stars and have the highest quality standards when it comes to a man. Either that or nothing, girl. Like, you can afford to be single. You'll be happy. You'll have the best life ever. You don't need to be wifed up and fit into society and have a man on your shoulder in every event you walk into. They get annoying after some time. They start wanting to get controlling and stuff. I'm just saying from, like, my personal experience, That's just me. But anyway, each to their own. I mean, Cynthia, if she wants to be wifed up, that's cool, but girl, you can afford to have your standards be a lot higher than this man. He just has bad news all over him. And he's not even that cute, to be honest. He tries to be cute, but you're like a good 8 in looks, and he looks like a 5 to something like that, And like a true narcissist, he poses on boats and things like that. As if, yeah, I got it going on. That charm thing doesn't really work for me. Bye. That's my opinion about him. But I don't know him. Cynthia knows him better. Maybe he's not like that. This is my assumption from what I saw on the TV show. So it could be that he's a wonderful guy. He's amazing. And, we just saw a different side for him. Maybe he's nervous in front of the cameras and tries to be extra gentleman-like. That it comes off fake. To me, at least. I don't know. I personally am not a fan of people who pretend to be gentlemen, like, to the extreme. I kind of want you to be you. Like, if you have any ounce of pig, or, you're a little bit ghetto, or, you like to joke, or, I like kind of somebody who's loosened up and is not so, yes, ma'am, let me get that chair for you. Ma'am, you must, consume thy food before I do. You must pick up your fork and put it in your mouth, because a lady shall eat before a man. I don't have time for it. Like, just bring the chicken wings and let's have the sauce on our face and, like, make jokes and throw the bones everywhere and, That's the kind of guy that I like. But I just feel comfortable with that more so than the uptight, yes, ma'am, But each to their own. He seems to me to be putting up front, Apart from that, what the heck did I see? Let me try to remember. Portia goes on a date. Portia goes on a date, but she hires people to set her up to go on a date, a blind date. Now, here's the thing with see, again, with the desperateness of being in a relationship, it's just, I don't understand it. I don't get it. They're beautiful. They're accomplished. They're smart. They're intelligent. There's probably a ton of guys that want to go out with these ladies, but they go on in this desperate measure of I just want to be a wife, and I want to do this, and it's like, it's so desperate, like, just to fit into a societal standard of, like, it's like almost insulting not to have a man next to you, whether he treats you good or not, whether he's really up to the standards or not. It's just anybody. It's like, yeah, okay, you know what I mean? Really, I mean, girls, we should take the idea out of our head that we just have to be somebody's wife. Like, that is, oh yeah, I got the money, I got the car, and I'm a wife. Like, girl, when you find that person, yes, it just takes the authenticity out of actually being married to somebody that you love. Now it's just about being a wife. It's not about, I love you so much, I want to be your wife. So anyway, Portia goes ahead and pushes her luck and hires these random 2 white girls to basically hook her up on a date. And she starts giving them her preferences. Apparently, if you're bald, you can date Portia, but you gotta have facial hair because you can't look like a thumb. That's exactly what she said. Which is fine, everybody has their physical preferences to a date. And then they hook her up with this white man. Looks like a computer nerd. I mean, he was a little bit, if I was on a date with that guy, I personally would entertain him a bit more than Portia. But Portia, when she walked in, she's like, oh, I only have 30 minutes. I gotta go. I kind of ran away behind my mom's back. And it's like, well, Portia, you're a grown-ass woman. What do you mean you ran away behind your mom's back and you only have 30 minutes? That excuse is really bad. Like, come up with a better one. You know what I mean? You're a grown woman in your mid-30s, I believe. Like, he's not gonna buy that your mom is sitting there like, Portia, come back right now. I'm waiting on you. So I could tell that he kind of was like, okay, because he was trying to be a little bit funny, making jokes. He was like, you want some drinks, to loosen up. He got her like a sake shot or something like that. I don't know, sake bomb, and they drank it. She still left, and she was awkward, and she didn't look like she was gonna come back. I'm not sure what struck her awkwardness. Really, it seemed like a physical thing, because when she walked in, she's like, I don't know, no girl, like, she had that vibe, and she almost quickly, at least according to the footage, was like, oh, I gotta go in half an hour, because, my mom doesn't know I'm here, and I have to return within half an hour for my mom, and it's kind of like, no, like, girl, that excuse does not fly with most people, like, it's kind of like, okay. She was not interested in him, and I didn't see what it was. Like, he was a little bit on the nerdy side, but he did have a little bit of, he seemed more authentic than Will, Cynthia's Will. He just seemed more like, himself. He was a jokester, he had a bit of humor, he just seemed like more authentic, and I don't know, like, maybe he's just not Portia's type, I guess, Each to their own. So Portia went out. So I kind of knew that wasn't going to work. Like, Portia, to be honest with you, or any girl out there, the whole, fake dating, hook you up with this and that thing doesn't work. Like, I feel like the person meant for you, you're going to meet them eventually, or I don't know. But you know what? Whatever. Everybody has a belief. Now, when it comes to Candy, yes, Candy in this episode was saying how badly she felt about having to go on the escape tour and leave her children behind. I'm going to Google some images so you guys have something to look at other than this damn picture. So here we have Candy with her girls, back on tour. They're doing their thing. They're back, the escape girls. But Candy feels guilty about leaving her children behind. She takes her daughter, I forgot her daughter's name, I'm sorry. She takes her daughter out, but her daughter is a teenager, and she has this, yeah, well, you're not, you've been gone for too long, da-da-da kind of attitude. Like, her daughter has always been quiet, dismissive kind. The kind that is, you could tell they're quiet, but they have a lot of thoughts in their head, but they don't want to share it. She just seems like that kind of girl, which I would honestly, she looks like she harbors a lot inside. Riley is her daughter's name, I just remembered it. Riley seems like the kind of girl that harbors a lot inside, which is kind of common for teenagers. I was like that. But she kind of gives little bits of hints about her disappointment. She kind of wants, I guess, her mother, because she's like, yeah, well, you haven't been around, it's not like you've been here. I don't feel like she's understanding. She's more like, she's too young anyway, right? You don't expect a teenager, I think she's 13, 14. She may be 15. And she's really young. So she is not going to be like, oh yeah, mom, you're doing your thing because, it's going to bring in more moolah and it's going to make us better and it's better for your businesses in the long run and everything. So by proxy comes back to me as a benefit. So it's okay, I miss you, but we're gonna do it. No, Riley's too young for that kind of attitude. So she's kind of like, yeah, yeah. You know, she always has this dismissive attitude towards her mom, but, you know, I hope it works out for them. I think they're really sweet, and I think Candy really, truly loves Riley, and Riley obviously loves Candy as well. They're very close to each other, and I think everybody who's watched the show is well aware that Riley's father, who I believe is a DJ or a producer of some sort, is not really actively in her life and hasn't been. Which Riley says she's over, but you could tell there's some hurt on her face. I don't know, but you know, I think she has a wonderful mom, and now she has Todd, and she has a sister and a brother. So, you know what? Good luck to Riley and her mom as well. Now we're gonna hop on to Sheree. Oh my God, Sheree went back to her coach, therapist, life person, whatever. And during the session, she got a call from Tyrone, who is in jail, incarcerated. And you could tell Sheree is truly in love with Tyrone. I don't think Sheree is pulling a Cynthia or pulling a Portia of I want to settle. Now, Sheree seems like she likes to fall in love with the wrong people. And her eyes, her actions on the phone just show me a woman that is in love. Like, you can see it. You can feel it. She's like, yes, Tyrone. You know, because I think if Sheree was just desperate for anybody anyway, she would have just found a guy outside instead of just go with Tyrone, who's in jail, who might not even come out, who might even get 4 years more in jail, according to Sheree, from what she said. But she has this look of, she is in love with Tyrone. I believe it. I can see it. I don't know Tyrone. I haven't seen him. I know he tried to mess between her and Nene back in the day, and it worked. He's committed fraud, and normally people's actions really say a lot about their personality. You committed fraud once. Why wouldn't you take advantage of a woman's feelings to get to her money? You've already conned and backstabbed and hurt people to get money before. Why not one person, Sheree? Why not her? Because you can easily have access to her, because you know what? You already have her heart. You know, you already have Sheree's heart. So, you know, why wouldn't you take advantage of it if you are a con artist? And, you know what, Sheree? I wish that's not the case, but it really looks like the case, girl. And, you know, people are just as good as their deeds. If somebody's a con artist, if somebody has stolen credit cards in the past, I don't care how old they were, I don't care. These are traits of your personality. Sheree, if you've never conned anybody in the past, you know, you need a person who never conned anybody in the past. If you haven't been prone to hacking people's webcams in the past, you need somebody who didn't do that, because you are just, you know, different. Now, people, you know, birds of a feather flock together, and I don't believe you've ever, I mean, actually, there is no record on you ever committing fraud or stealing money. So, Sheree, I feel like you deserve somebody that is a lot better. You just really do. You know, you're a strong woman. You made it out of that relationship with Bob. What the heck are you doing? But you know what? Really, your heart will make you a fool if you listen to your heart. You have to listen to this right here under this beautiful hair, Sheree, because, girl, it's not going to be good for you. Mind you, Sheree is a very messy person who likes to gossip, but either way, you know, we just saw her snippet with Tyrone talking to him through jail. Miss Kenya. Miss Kenya is the oddest one of all, with her random marriage and her husband who doesn't even live with her, who is all the way in New York. Let's see Kenya Moore's husband. This is him, and he looks a lot like Cynthia's Will. Maybe his brother even. Let me see. I think I still have the picture of Will up here. Yeah. They almost look like brothers. So it seems like the Hire a Husband company has been recommended to Cynthia as well through Kenya. I believe this is him right here, but we can't see it too clearly. It is a little bit blurred. Here we go. Yes. I believe this would be him. Yeah, this looks like the man who is Mark Daly. Now, her situation with Mark, it also seems like a desperate one. Everybody knows Kenya has been extremely desperate to get married, have kids, and really these women seem to, not so much Cynthia, because Cynthia has a daughter, but more so Portia and Kenya want to really get married so they can have children. So it seems like an anybody, anywhere situation. So I don't know if I would actually get married to somebody knowing that, oh, you're going to be working in New York a lot of the time and I'm going to be in Atlanta and I'm not moving to where you are and you're not moving to where I am. So, okay, we'll just get hitched. What the heck? I'll come visit you once a week or, once a month or like, for a whole week. It doesn't matter. Like, most of your time needs to be lived together. Unless you guys have been together for a long time, that's different. But you guys met on these bases, it doesn't make any sense. And this is really the end of my review because my parents have come home and I don't want them to know that I'm talking to myself to a computer. Alright, have a nice day.